The longer I am on the internet and on YouTube, the more I believe that the game of telephone is far more prevalent than previously thought. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Don't actually do it, you'll pause the video forever, but New Vegas fans are gatekeepers. New Vegas fans are toxic. New Vegas fans just hate everyone who likes what they dislike. New Vegas fans just hate literally anything ever made by Bethesda. If that sounds familiar, that's because it also sounds familiar to me. You see, that is a common narrative that gets spread around when discussing Fallout New Vegas fans, for example, in the context of when something new comes out that is made by Bethesda. Now here's the thing, I am not here to discuss Bethesda products. Yet. And the argument that you'll usually hear goes something like, it's not so bad, it's just toxic New Vegas fanboys trying to hate on everything that's new. Or maybe it'll go something like, why are you upset and being toxic? You're just a New Vegas elitist. What I'm trying to get at is that New Vegas fans typically have a reputation of being insanely unhinged, overly critical, and hating anything that isn't literally exactly how Fallout New Vegas is. New Vegas fans also have, among some, the reputation of allegedly thinking they are better than others for liking something that they do not, or vice versa. In other words, some people believe that Fallout New Vegas fans are so elitist that they think they are better than them because the New Vegas fans like something they don't, or the New Vegas fans don't like something they do. Take the Fallout show, for example. A lot of criticism surrounding the Fallout show is frequently dismissed by accusing the critic of simply thinking that anyone that likes it is inferior to them. I have received countless comments in my Fallout show review video and in my other videos that fit this description. But you know that reputation I just mentioned of New Vegas fans being toxic and thinking that anyone who likes what they don't is a tourist and inferior to them? I'm starting to think that that is mostly a game of telephone. Let me explain. A game of telephone, in case you aren't aware, is a game where you get a row of people, you whisper something in the ear of the first, and then see what the message gets transformed into when the last person receives the message. I am not going to try to imply that there aren't people who don't legitimately think that they are better than others simply because they dislike the modern iterations of Fallout made by Bethesda, but the more I read my own comments, the more I read the comments on other YouTubers' comment sections, and the more I see discussions on Fallout, and particularly Fallout New Vegas and Fallout New Vegas themed stuff, that's the season 2 of the Fallout show, oh dear lord help us, I'm slowly getting more and more convinced that this idea that New Vegas fans mostly fit this description, or at least New Vegas elitists mostly fit this description, is downright false. Consider my review of the Fallout show season 1. In that review, I made it a point to say multiple times, once in the first 3 minutes of the video, that I do not direct any of my criticisms and accusations at someone who just enjoyed it and had fun with it. In fact, I go out of my way to specifically say that what I care about is people defending the show and trying to rewrite what Fallout was and is supposed to be. Before any of the raging retards that are the subjects of the conversation start typing away in the comment sections below, just hear me out. Like you would have done to Mr. House if you had actually played the game he's in. The comments that I have been getting on my videos, neither of which were reviews, one of which was literally an unscripted impressions video, is some of the most vitriolic and barely sapient copium that I've ever seen in my entire life, and yes, I do mean that entirely literally. From people pretending to have played all the previous games saying that there were no retcons in the show, to lobotomized flamingos trying to pretend that this show has good writing and not being able to back it up or even explain their points, to using appeals to authorities such as insert person here liked it, therefore it's a good show, and of course taking glee in the fact that they know that other people are not having fun and enjoying things. The defense of this show has been so mentally horrifying that I'm actually starting to hate the people doing it. Not the people that enjoyed the show saying that they liked it, that they had fun, because that's subjective and I can't stop you from doing that. I'm referring to the people who legitimately believe things about the show that aren't true, and spend their days flooding you with so much shit that they catapult you into the YouTube partner program, and in the span of 24 hours got me to start earning a revenue just from the flood of idiocy that they've been sending my way. Thanks for that, you fucking idiot. Yet in the time that that video has been up, I have received countless comments just on that video alone saying that I somehow believe that I am better than other people for disliking the Fallout show, or anyone that likes the Fallout show is a stupid tourist, when that is something that I've never said. Now sure, I might might find it slightly weird how someone can like that. It is definitely not for me. Yes, the Fallout show is not for the Fallout fan, go fucking figure, but I do not believe you are inferior for having enjoyed it. Now extrapolate this to every single fucking Fallout video I've made, and every single fucking Fallout video anyone on this side of YouTube, if you will, has made criticizing modern iterations of Fallout. You will very quickly start to notice a very clear pattern of people accusing others of something that they do not say. Even if it starts from a legitimate point of disagreement, this eventually gets transformed into New Vegas fans just want to kick puppies or some stupid shit like that. Or, you know, 50-minute long spurging made by a fucking guy who can't accept being questioned in his arguments and his fucking Excel spreadsheets, but what do I know? I'm not a math teacher, so I guess I'm not qualified enough to show that the mathematics are wrong, despite clearly being displayed on screen. I guess I'm too media illiterate to understand how a monkey makeout scene belongs in a franchise that questions human existence and human nature. And English is my second language, so I think I'm too stupid to understand what the term fall of means. But you see what I mean, right? Things that should be relatively straightforward and, you know, not what a lot of people are accused of being, get transformed over time and then co-opted by shills in order to demonize people that criticize what they like, all the while demonizing an entire fucking fan base and gatekeeping them from their own franchise and subsequently their fan base by not only rewriting history but also flooding discussions with repetition of the same arguments over and over and over again, even if they are fallacious, and said arguments then get eventually picked up by others who then transform it over and over again. And thus the cycle repeats, and now the same fucking franchise now feels like we're talking about different genres in their entirety. Let me give you a very quick example of that really quick. You've probably heard the argument that the shooting is really good in Fallout 4. Yes, the franchise that was made on the basis of let's make a story, not a new plasma gun, has an entry in which the primary point of discussion is the shooting. And indeed, mechanically speaking, the shooting in Fallout 4 is better than in previous entries, but I have to ask you, what is so special about it in the first place? What can you do in Fallout 4's shooting that you cannot do in a million games from 5 years before? I'll tell you what, absolutely fuck all. But that is not the impression you'll get if you see people discussing the improvements that Fallout 4 made on Fallout New Vegas. And I suppose Fallout 3, but then again, it's not really difficult to improve on Fallout 3's shooting because, oh my fucking god, it's effectively a rewriting of history. Speaking of rewriting of history, let's look at the Fallout show. Tell me something, dear viewer, what is Fallout about? Is it about the fallout from the consequences of humanity's actions? Or is it a critique of capitalism? Leave a fire emoji if you selected the correct answer in the comments below. I'll give you a hint, it's the former one. Because you see, I had never actually heard the argument of Fallout is a critique of capitalism before. I had heard once or twice that it was a theme under some people's interpretations, but I had never actually heard the argument of Fallout is a critique of capitalism before. Fallout fans who spend thousands of hours in discussions, thousands of hours in playing the games, and could probably play more than one entry blindfolded had never heard it before. And you know who also hadn't heard that one before? Tim Kaine, the creator of Fallout. He had to specifically come out and say that that was not what Fallout was about. And suddenly, Tim Kaine, the authority people appealed to in order to defend the Fallout show, had his authority undermined after they appealed to his authority because the authority people appealed to contradicted the fucking narrative. It was quite a fucking sight to behold, let me tell you something, to observe people go from Tim Kaine liked it, therefore the Fallout show is good, to you can't listen to Tim Kaine because death of the author or some stupid shit people came up with at the last minute in order to defend themselves. And not sound retarded now that they were trying to defend the Fallout show, which tried to claim that Fallout was a critique of capitalism when it was never a critique of capitalism. This got so batshit ridiculous that I tweeted at Chris Avalone on Twitter, and I straight up just asked him if Fallout was a critique of capitalism or not, and he was just as confused as I was. And yet it was just accepted by so many people that Fallout was always a critique of capitalism, and anyone who dared question it was, you fucking guessed it, a toxic New Vegas purist elitist hater who was just mad because the Fallout show didn't specifically cater to them. You know, them being the fucking Fallout fans who have been here for fucking years. The Fallout fans who have been here for fucking years and are slightly perturbed by the fact that the franchise is being hijacked by people who wouldn't have liked it otherwise and just want to rewrite it in order to fit fit their stupid fucking obsessions. Don't believe me? Look at the LGBT representation page in the Fallout wiki if you want to see an extreme example of this, and then come back and leave a comment telling me what you saw, because I legitimately want to motivate you to go see that shit instead of just relying on what I'm saying. Fallout New Vegas fans are demonized unfairly by tourists and shills, alleged Fallout fans who wouldn't have liked Fallout if it had remained Fallout. They defend their stupid fucking decisions and claim intellectual superiority by giving money to a money-hungry corporation that gives them soulless products, trying to say that they critique capitalism, and infest discussions so much that normal people passing by who legitimately get curious do not know where to fucking look and get the wrong impression. If you're one such person, I hope you enjoy the latest update of Fallout 4, I hope you enjoy the latest update of Fallout 76, and I tell you to wrap a rope around your neck, but that's paywalled behind Fallout first. Because you are the reason that so many people are losing interest in a hobby that they used to love, by pushing for the slopification of a franchise that was specifically made to not do exactly that. But I am an understanding person, and I understand that some people might be slightly bored during their wait for The Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, it's been a whole 5 minutes or 7 years since the release of the original trailer for that thing. Don't worry, just wait a little bit longer. I'm sure that the corporation that pulled that stunt off won't betray your trust in the future again. While you wait, save the money you've been spending on those Fallout 76 microtransactions and spend it on me or a reading comprehension textbook for 4th graders. Thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for rating, thank you all for the support, and with a very special thanks to FML158, Lousy Cherry, Darkest IQ, Jay Kherty, and Cameron Mitchell 1970 for being the highest tier channel members. Join as a channel member to get access to all videos early and exclusive members only content. Thank you all again, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.